pretty excited to get into this. It just came out, I think, last night. This one's about art and tech. From the world of Web3, Art X Tech, the history of art is the history of technological innovation. Artists have constantly sought new formulas, techniques, and tools to produce art, and in turn have contributed to technological advancements at large. Artists have constantly sought new formulas, techniques, and tools to produce art, and in turn have contributed to technology. That is true. But I guess you could say the same for like all professions: artists, bakers, artisans, blacksmiths, mechanics, all kinds of professions. Okay, good. Marble female figure, 4500 B to 4000 BCE. Neolithic figures are predominantly female, but their poses and anatomy vary widely. This statue, with this voluminous lower body, represents a type undoubtedly associated with fertility and reproduction, a central concern in ancient Mediterranean cultures. Very little is known about the meaning and function of these objects, but their conscience forms their but their concise forms read as both ancient and modern. It also looks like a face, like a weird figure. But yeah, I could also see the women. It's just missing the head. It's made in marble. And then we're gonna find the link: laser, modernize, reconstruct, telegraph. The Maid of the Muse. Both of these together? Fred Wilson, 2006. Two female figures, one painted white, the other painted black, are juxtaposed in The Maid of the Muse. The white sculpture depicts a Venus Aphrodite figure, a popular Greco Roman type. Its black counterpart reconstructs an 18th century Egyptian statue of the goddess Nephthys in the collection Nephthys in the collection of the that pyramid museum, Paris. By juxtaposing these modern renditions from Africa and European lineage, Wilson calls attention to the historic construction of blackness and to the racial biases ingrained in museum displays. Because everything's made in marble? By juxtaposing these modern renditions from Africa and Europe lineages, Wilson calls attention to the historic construction of blackness and to the racial biases ingrained in museum displays. I guess because you don't really see that many black statues. It's mostly like marble, mostly in bronze, patina paint, sculpture. What will be the link? Laser, modern, reconstruct, telegraph, modernize, telegraph. Ancient and modern. They're both female figures. Stone sculptures. So would it be modernize? I don't think it would be laser. Reconstruct, telegraph? I don't think so. Atom. Wonder what that says. So this is supposed to be Atom. Remarkable for the purities of its marble and the smoothness of its carving, Atom was the first monumental classical nude carved following antiquity. However, a closer look at the sculpture reveals remnants of an accident that 2002 gravely damaged Atom, requiring meticulous conservation treatment to reconstruct the sculpture original appearance to the fullest possible. So they had an accident and they had to rebuild it, or reconstruct. Construction of, okay, could be as correct. If you took a team of experts, it took a team of expert conservators over 12 years to complete conservation treatments of Atom. Wow, took that long. Reveal Scientific. This looks like a painting. 1700s? Oh, yeah, okay. Antoinette Laurent Lavoisier. Pretty sure I butchered that. 1794, and Marie Annie Lavoisier. So is it Antony? Not Antoinette, right? Antony. Marie Anne Pieretti Posey, 1958, 1836. A landmark of European portraits that assert a modern, scientifically minded couple in fashionable but simply dressed. This painting was excluded from the Salon of 1789 for fears it would inflame revolutionary zeal. Technical analysis revealed that the first iteration excluded the scientific instruments and would have been a far more conventional portrait. So this is the scientific stuff. Was he a scientist? What was he testing here? That's pretty cool tools. Okay. So it could be this one. Moses shown the promised land. So this is Moses, and these are the angels that are showing him the promised land. In London, West was engaged for 3 decades in the massive decorative Shimfer Chapel of revealed religion that his kingly patron George III wished to erect at Windsor Castle. The museum's oil sketch is probably a study of a large painting destined for the cycle in which Moses was to play an important role. The shaft of life cutting diagonally through the Baroque composition symbolizes God's revelation to Moses of the promised land he was to see but never enter himself. So he was to see it but never enter himself. Weird. What is this? Armament with mass visor in the form of a rooster. That is crazy but cool at the same time. The rooster head. Even got the gizzles. I wonder how they made this. Kinda cool. This helmet is remarkable for the three-dimensional figure of a rooster's head in the center of the visor, which is an outstanding example of the sculpture in steel and is unprecedented even among mass visors. It really is. Look, the whole thing looks. That's pretty cool. Rack. William Henry Fox Talbot, 1839. This evanescent trace of biological specimen among all the rarest of photographs was made by William Henry just months after he first presented his invention, photography, or photogenic drawings, as he called it, to the public. Plants were often the subject of Talbot's early photographs, for he was a serious amateur botanist and envisioned the accurate documentation of specimen as an important application of his invention. Yeah, that is true. That is pretty cool. Scientific reveal. Probably that one. And scientific, probably this one. Yeah, that sounds about right. Fears it would inflame with scientific instruments. Okay, let's try that out. No, that is wrong. All right, reveal. Could be this slash this as well. That's my second guess. There we go. The Met has over 100 examples of William Henry's photographs and experiments. That's cool. Final round with 3 tries left. Not bad. So this one had to do with the reason that this guy led to innovation was because he wanted to he envisioned accurate documentation of specimen as an important application of his invention, which is why he invented the photography to be able to capture his plants, which is pretty cool. So here we're looking at digitized at the end. Olympus U 1 limited camera. I wonder how you say that. So I'm guessing it has to do something with photos because of how digitized, and this one's as well has to do with photos. But let's go ahead and take a look at what it is. What's Chinese memory? Hmm. What are these books? Like a little kid painting on a TV, Japanese TV set. Was this like the Japanese living room? It's a cool little TV too. You just open it and close it. Well, not the TV. Looks like it's the TV itself is something you place inside, or I can't tell. It kind of so portrait Chinese memory invites us into Nam June Paik studio. His books on the floor, his art on the wall, his television of flicker. The work also compromises a stack of books on Chinese philosophy. So these are Chinese philosophy books. A Chinese style painting on a scroll and vintage television cabinet. Yeah, it's a pretty cool television cabinet. On which Paik has written his name in Chinese, Korean, and English. Huh. Where's the English? Which one's Korean? I can't tell. Oh, maybe? Um, okay, pretty cool stuff. Um, let's check what this one's about. The 49 States. Matthew J. Jensen, 2008 through 2009. For the 49 states, Jensen traveled virtually through the continental United States by means of Google Street View, an online mapping tool that provides 360 panoramic views locations through the world. The artist chose one image from each of the 49 states covered by Street View when he was working on the project, using image processing software to adjust color and contrast, straighten perspective, and fill in gaps. That seems like a little bit of cheating, but that is kind of cool using the software that the mapping the through trying to map the software, you get these cool bits of art. And were they all sunrises or sunsets? I can't tell. So yeah, this one kind of makes sense because of the matrix document random memory. Hmm. What is this? Self-portrait as a photographer. 1924 Yasuo Kuniyoshi. The painter is caught in the act of taking a photograph, an activity he first took up in 1919 to supplement his income and return to a part of his artistic practice in the 1930s. I bought an I bought a regular studio camera and practiced taking pictures by using my own canvases as models. In between painting, I received commissions from friends and galleries for photographing sculpture and paintings. So he's caught in the act. Is he inside or outside? Looks like he's lifting something to like outside a window or a coach, like a vehicle, something maybe. New York. This one. What is this one about? Memento. So to so. Oh, these are I remember this. People it's funny. A lot of people wouldn't know what these are, but these are cassettes um for like music, and there was like this little tape inside of it that you could just pull, and I remember a lot of people would throw them around just like this. Over the past 3 decades, Mark Clay has carved out a unique place in contem- contemporary art by engaging with materials derived from all album covers and instruments as sculptural components. Most recently, Mark Clay created photograms made by cracking open commercial cassettes and scattering the unspooled audio tapes in droppy skeins across the image surface. Skeins? I'm not too sure. I'm probably not saying that right. With their festive yet melancholy composition, Markley pictures stand as a stunning memento mori for two antiquated mediums. The cyanotype of the 1940s and the cassette tape of the 1970s and 1980s. Cyanotype? Where's that one at? Would that be the tape itself? Huh. Alright, so those are the choices. And then this is a camera. So there has to be a digitized camera link, photos, memory, document, matrix, documentation. What's this thing? I think it's the Google Pictures because those have been digitized and they're meant to document the streets. So I'm gonna give this a shot. There we go. Olympus introduced the camera series, its first digital camera line in 1996. Sweet. Not to just claim it. This is the 100 one. Cool. It's actually a pretty cool one. They should have also included how NFTs and tech and the innovation of how that also is creating more digital art, AI and whatnot. Technological innovation and the creation of art have existed hand in hand for thousands of years. This is part due to evolving needs of makers, but also because of some of the most creative scientific minds have also been artists. Leonardo da Vinci stands out as the most recognizable example of artist innovator, but the American painter John G. Rand is someone that might also be considered in this conversation. John G. Rand, that's the first time I hear about this guy. Rand's invention of the first collapsible paint tube for artists revolutionized the portability of paint, which has previously been stored in pig bladder. You should store paint in pig bladders? That is crazy. The smells. I wonder if it smelled. Um, which had previously been stored in, and according to the artist Pierre Auguste Renoir, became essential to the plein air painting outdoors. Plein air painting outdoors. Interesting. Plein air. Of impressionists such as Paul Cézanne, Claude Monet, and Camille Pissarro. Pissarro, cool. Technological inventions not only play a role in the creation of art, but also its conservation. One of the most stunning examples of this fact is the conservation of Tullio Lombard's atom. Oh yeah, which took a team of conservative scientists and creators 12 years to to complete after shattering at the Met. Wow, so shatter at the Met. Testaments to the prevalence and importance of innovations exist through the museum's galleries and behind the scenes of our conservative conservation labs. That's cool. Looks like week 5 is gonna be seeing red. Pretty cool. Last week was Harlem as Muse. Week 2 was Iconic, and the first week of Objects in Disguise. But that's it for this